Okay, let's get into this. What ifs?
Yeah.
What if the key to actually moving forward, creatively or even just in life isn't really about getting more skills, more stuff, more praise, but actually using what you've already got?
That's exactly it. That's the heart of what we're exploring in this deep dive. We're looking at this really interesting article. What does it mean to use what's in your hand? And it's fascinating because it digs into this using, ancient stories, even biblical ones, but shows how relevant they still are. Really surprising.
Right. So our mission here is to pull out the big takeaways from the source lessons about creativity, obedience, even trust. Looking at how really simple things you might overlook, unlocked huge potential in these narratives.
Yeah, and the article makes a great point. The central question that keeps popping up isn't about lack. It's not, what are you missing? It's always, what do you have? Right here, right now, in your hand. Just flips that whole scarcity mindset.
Okay, so let's look at the specifics the source uses. The first big one is Moses, right? Exodus 4. He's got this massive job ahead of him, leading people, and he's just full of doubt. I can't talk well, they won't listen, I'm not enough, all focused on the negatives, on the lack.
Exactly. And right there, feeling totally inadequate, the response described in the source isn't some grand promise of resources. It's incredibly simple, just, what's that in your hand?
As Moses says, a staff.
Yeah, just a stick, his walking stick, something completely ordinary used every day.
A stick. And the source highlights the next part. Throw it down. That familiar thing.
Uh-huh.
When he lets go of it, that's when it's shown transforming, becoming this symbol of power, used later, the story says, to part the Red Sea.
Right. So the article's point is that the potential was kind of already there, but unlocking it meant letting go of the familiar. Trusting the ordinary could be extraordinary.
Okay, and that theme, using the seemingly small stuff, it comes up again later in the source material, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. The article brings up the story of feeding the 5,000. You've got this huge crowd, way more than 5,000 people, actually, and the disciples. They're panicking, understandably. Their whole focus is, we don't have nearly enough, not enough money, definitely not enough food.
Classic not enough mode. And then, the article notes, someone steps up, not some rich guy, but a kid, offering, like a packed lunch? 5 loaves? 2 small fish? It's almost laughable trying to feed thousands with that.
Totally inadequate by any normal standard. And that's the insight the source really digs into. In human hands, sure, not enough.
Yeah.
But the narrative says, when it was given over, surrendered. In Jesus' hands, it became more than enough, multiplied, fed everyone with leftovers.
Wow.
So the source interprets the miracle not necessarily being about the initial amount, but the act of giving up that small offering, the surrender.
Okay, let's connect this to you listening right now. Maybe you feel that same thing.
Yeah.
I don't have enough. Could be a creative idea, notes in a journal, a half-done project, and you're thinking, it's not ready. I need more skill, more time, better tools.
Yeah, and the article tackles that head on. It basically calls that thought, I need more before I can be useful. It calls it a kind of lie. The truth, based on these examples, it's the opposite. Huge value can come from just bringing what you do have. With open hands, your personal not enough actually can become more than enough.
So the source offers some practical steps, right?
Mm-hmm.
Drawn from these stories. First is take stock.
Yeah, inventory. What do you actually possess right now? Skills, time, tools, passions, your unique viewpoint. Things we often just overlook. What's in your hand?
And the second step, building on Moses' staff and the boys' lunch,
is surrendering imperfection.
Yeah.
Don't wait for it to be perfect or enough by some outside measure. Offer it as it is. Messy, maybe. Incomplete, perhaps.
Not for it now. Okay. Third.
Take the first actual step. Use what's in your hand. Record the voice memo, write the messy draft, share the sketch. Just show up.
Yeah.
Do the initial thing.
Just do it.
Mm-hmm. And finally, the source really emphasizes trusting the process after that. Trust the multiplication, the ripple effect. Your job is the offering, the obedience, the first step, the outcome, the bigger impact. That's framed as something else stepping in, the breezing on it.
That's a really different way to look at it. Your offering might feel tiny or awkward or like you're way too late.
But the power shown in these examples, as the source presents it, is in that potential transformation. A staff parts waters. A lunch feeds a multitude.
So it brings us right back to that core question aimed at you listening. What is in your hand?
Hold it up, lay it down, take that first action with it, and trust.
Because that thing you're holding, the thing you might just dismiss. It might not be everything, but according to this source.
It might be exactly what's needed for something incredible to start, maybe even exactly what someone else needs.
A powerful thought to leave things on.
And that wraps up our deep dive for today.